Wake up with insurance news at 6:30 a.m. only on Insurance Alerts. We are India's largest and Asia's second largest, most dedicated insurance news platform. We have a reach to over 1.5 lakh of people, which includes 1.2 lakh of insurance agents from 200 towns. Insurance Alert now spreads to over 20 countries. So you can now download our mobile app from the Play Store, or you can visit our website at www.insurancealerts.com.
Welcome to Insurance Alert broadcast. I'm Vivek JAIN here. Today we have with us Mr. Vighnesh Shahane, CEO and MD, Ageas Federal Life Insurance Company, which was previously known as IDBI Federal Life Insurance Company. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Vivek. Always a pleasure to speak to you. Let me just put my phone on silent.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah, always a pleasure to speak to you, Vivek.
Sir, budget is there on first. So wanted to know what you are expecting from the budget, from the honorable finance minister.
Yeah, this is a much awaited budget. I mean, post COVID, this is a budget which has been is well awaited, and let's hope we have some good news in store for us. But from an insurance standpoint, Vivek, our requirements, our expectations from the budget, the industry expectations from the budget have been more or less the same in the last 6 or 7 years, and I can list out what they have been. The first one, which we've been asking for a long time, the industry has been asking for a long time, is a Section 80 CCC bucket, which is very cluttered today. It's got EPF, PF, NSE, interest, principal and housing loans, some nationalized bank fixed deposits. It's a very busy, cluttered segment.
Yeah.
So we thought that it should be enhanced a little bit, and it's also got life insurance, so it should be enhanced a little bit from the current 1,50,000 to probably make it a little bigger than 1,50,000, so there can be a little more focus. Alternatively, you can have a separate bucket for life insurance. Within the Section 80 CCC, you can have a separate segment for life insurance. So that is one of the perennial demands that this industry has had, that there should be some extra tax benefits given to insurance, since the penetration of insurance is so low, and this pandemic has shown us that how critical and important having insurance is. The second thing I would say is we're not a pension society, and we do not have any social security like a lot of Western countries do. So we need to make India a pension society. So one good move the regulator has just done a couple of days back, or yesterday, has been to simplify the pension product.
Yeah.
And urging all insurance companies to launch a Saral pension, which is easy to understand, easy to administer, easy to buy, easy to get the annuities of. One good way to provide a further thrust to the pension business would be to make annuities tax-free in the hands of the annuitant. Because with the falling interest rates, a lot of pensioners are suffering, depend on fixed deposits for their interest rates, for their livelihood. And the interest rates on bank FDs also falling. So a lot of pensioners and senior citizens are suffering. So a good move would be to make annuities tax-free in the hands of the annuitant. It would give a big thrust to annuity business in India. And alternatively, to get annuity plans on a level playing field with the NPS, we could have a separate section like the NPS has of 50,000, which gets exempted from your taxable income. So we could have a contribution of what 50,000. So that will get us on a level playing field with NPS and provide a big thrust to the annuity business in India. Because with the falling interest rates, a lot of senior citizens and pensioners who depended on small savings and fixed deposits are now feeling the pinch.
Yes.
So these are 2-3 things which are very important, and which I think demand is being made for a few years now. There are a few other things which I would like to articulate. One is, I think, FDI increase. I think the regulator did well to increase FDI from 26% to 14%. If that could be taken up to 74%, it will help the industry, because the life insurance, the insurance industry is a capital intensive industry. It requires a lot of capital, and maybe it could be the Indian partners do not have the appetite to infuse so much capital in this business to grow the business and to increase penetration. And after the COVID pandemic, a lot of them are banks and will be could be cash trapped. So this would give the foreign partner an opportunity to infuse some capital in the industry in the country, also buy out the reluctant Indian promoters or shareholders if there are any. So I think, besides banking is at 100% and banking is at 74%, FDI and AMC
Allowed, yeah.
mutual funds are at 100%. So I do not think there's anything out of the ordinary in getting the insurance sector to 74. That will be a welcome change. The next thing is on GST. Insurance is currently, as you would know, on an 18% GST, and again to increase penetration, make it more affordable to the people. If it could be got a lower GST slab of say 12%, that would help. Then there is the big question topic of health insurance. The health insurance premium reduction that you get through Section 80D, I think, is about 25,000, 20 or 25,000. Now that is far too little, and this pandemic has shown that medical costs can be really exorbitant. So I think we need to increase that, and that's been too little for a few years now. That needs to definitely be increased, because one of the things about this pandemic is the awareness for health insurance particularly has increased. If you can add some tax benefits to it, 25,000 is too little for a decent health cover, and it's been proven in this pandemic. So that could be increased. And lastly, the agency business needs a thrust in India, and I think a lot of companies are now focusing on the agency business and the proprietary channels to create a little bit of consistency, stability, and certainty in the business, because banks with open architecture have the choice of three life, non-life, and health companies. One way to push agents and encourage agents would be to increase the TDS amount. I think it's 15 or 20,000 on the earnings. That could be increased a bit. It would provide a great fillip to agents, to increase the TDS amount to a larger extent. That would provide a big thrust to agencies. So in a nutshell, these are 6 or 7 expectations the insurance industry has from the Honorable Finance Minister, and we'll know the first. And these are, some of them have been expectations for many years, but these take on an important dimension now, Vivek, because we are coming on the other side of the pandemic, and the pandemic has actually put the mirror to our face. And in terms of medical costs, in terms of life insurance coverage, in terms of health insurance coverage, in terms of penetration of insurance, and one thing it's underlined is that this is a very critical industry and a business for people.
Great. So do you? Sorry.
So that yeah.
No,
go ahead.
So you think?
No, I have nothing.
There's something should be like we have a Ayushman Bharat for health insurance, something like that for life insurance also.
Well, we have variants of the Ayushman, which is for health insurance. We have the regulators urged insurance companies to come out with a Saral term product. It's urged insurance companies to come out with Corona-specific products.
Yeah.
And it's now urging insurance companies to, just yesterday, to come out with a easy-to-understand Saral pension product.
Yeah.
So I think, in a way, they're doing their bit to make insurance easy to understand and affordable to the mass public.
No, but sir, Ayushman Bharat, they are giving free about 5 lakh sum insured free to lot of population, people who are under poverty and things like that. So you think they should be also given life insurance?
So there was this Atal pension Yojana that's taken off very well, which was on similar lines. And there was also, if you recollect, there was this Jivan Jyoti
plan,
life insurance scheme for 300 rupees or 250 rupees, the person got a 3 or 4 lakh cover, no questions asked, no repudiation. So I think all these are variants along those lines. So the regulator and the finance ministry has been taking some steps, good steps, to increase the penetration and awareness of life insurance in India, amongst doing these various things, making insurance more affordable, easy to understand for the layman.
You think this government is more in favor of insurance than the previous governments?
No, I can't compare two governments.
Okay.
Who's more favorable? But like I said, these have been certain demands and expectations for across governments, which industries had. Some of them have been met to some extent. Some of them are yet to be met. Sometimes there's a promise to be made. This government, as one of the first things they did was increase the FDI from 26 to 49.
Yeah.
So I think that was a step in the right direction. And this government has done a lot, I think, in the last 3-4 years to increase the penetration and awareness of life insurance in the country. Jeevan Jyoti, Ayushman Bharat, Atal Pension Yojana, now Saral Pension, Saral Term, Corona Kavach, crop insurance. So I think this government has taken some laudable steps also.
Great, sir. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you, Vivek. And just keep your fingers crossed, as this budget is a good one for us personally. And I'll keep my fingers of both hands crossed, praying that it's also good for the insurance industry. Yeah. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
And sir, once after the budget, also I would like to take your some reaction on it.
Absolutely.
So once the budget, I'll be in touch with you.
Immediately after the budget, yeah, preliminary reactions I can tell you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
It'll be a pleasure. Thank you.
Namaste,
I'm
sir.
signing off now.
Yes, namaste.
Want to see the best videos of insurance industry and interviews with the CEOs, CMOs, COOs, CDOs of insurance companies, brokers, TPAs. There's only one way you can look it up to. That is Insurance Alerts broadcast channel on YouTube. So you better subscribe to our channel, you visit and get notified with all of our new videos on insurance.